So dealing with leadership is a number of issues that we need to find everywhere we go, and then most of the leadership need to understand whatever they talked about. So as a good leader, you need to observe a number of things, mostly maybe in the church, most of in the politics. Like when somebody is vying for the president, more so at our institute, that is Marigo TTI, we need to understand that for us to work for the students, mostly we talked about the president, the deputy president, and the secretary general of the school. You need to understand your duties, what is required for the governor technical, what is required for this as required, and that is what is expected for most of our leaders. So we need to expect such a occasion in our institute, mostly when the president has the coalitions and the party also like there is one that was done that by election our president that is Bueno and the runner-up that is Lydia. So we need to understand that the reason why maybe we don't defeat it depends on how he came up with the coalition. So all the leaders, so you are expecting also to do that. Most for those who are expecting to vie, that is by May election in our school. So that is what I can advise our leaders also to follow. Mostly people who are ready to vie for May uh, opposed. Let us not go for money. Let us not go maybe for legacy, but let us go and work for the student mostly in our institute. And when you understand the leadership, it is not all about money. A number of people are going there, maybe they're going to pay their rent. The life is going to be easy with them, but that is not the right thing. We need to go for leadership in order to work for the people so that they understand what leadership is. Uh, I think that is what is expected for us to do. Otherwise, uh, when we get back to school, we will able to come up with a number of leaders, and we will also channel them up so that they understand what is required from them. And again, for those who are vying for this year's, actually for the CS of health, for CS of energy, uh, CS of food and nutrition, they need to understand. They need to ask. They need to inquire the information from the students because we find a number of people after uh, getting into the system, they don't understand, they don't bother others. Now they are is like they are walking on air. So I think they need to understand if all the members from the party can work together. You realize that even working with the students and the administration is very simple, unless somebody is not understanding. What do we inquire uh, more so for leadership? One, we need to understand if one is a leader, you need to be polite, you need to be honest, you need to be someone who's weighing all the problem for most of the students. How do we view the cases, maybe for the case of the deputy president in our institute? How do we view? How do we view the cases? Somebody has maybe done a mistake in the school compound, or maybe has nothing illegally. How do we go about that? We need to understand what is the problem. If there is somehow that we can go again against that, that is, we need to follow the right channel, not just making decision without consulting the two. And then we also advise our or our students, they need not to go to the administration directly. They need to go to the students' council, that is MISO, for consultation. So in May uh, uh, election, we need to understand. We need to elect leaders that can take our school somewhere. Otherwise, maybe tomorrow at 5:30, I will also connect the channel so that a number of we will connect with that is our president, that is Ogweno, and maybe the runner that is leader, so that they tell us. Now they have around 4 months to serve the students. What are they expecting from the administration? What are they going to achieve as the position leader? She need not to relax, but she need to follow the president of the institute so that whatever he promised the students should be achieved by the end of the semester. Otherwise, let us connect later. Uh, that is Engineer Gordon Katinda from the electrical department. Otherwise, thank you.